Every win makes you smile. Join us live, don't miss a beat. For the love of sports, our passion is complete. Sport Today, your sport headquarters, where action speaks louder just for you. An honor 103.5 FM. We're in the zone for sports fans everywhere. Welcome home.
From slightly closer in, trying to make panic, and he did. Awkward bouncing ball, they're at it straight away. And that's a clever touch, and a chance! Goodness me, it couldn't have been closer. Lewis Monsma, the Dutch defender, hits the post.
It's a good line, very good line.
Here they come again! And they have the lead that their domination has deserved. Rob Street wasn't offside this time. Lincoln 1, Chelsea 0. The shock is on at Sinsel Bank. And it's another cheap goal. Here's Gittins, who did have the odd flash, I thought, in that first half. George. Oh, what a hit! That is as good as they come. A stunning strike from Tyreek George. He may never hit a better one than that as long as he plays the game. A rocket. And that's a beautiful pass zipped into Buonanotte. Here is George. Back to Buonanotte. Trying to dribble it in, and he has. There's your turnaround. It's taken 4 minutes after the interval. George has scored one. Now he's made one. And it's a first in Chelsea colours for Facundo Buonanotte. Upset, what upset? Derek was done well. Here's Rico Hackett. Lincoln had a strong start. They're looking for a big finish. And Jorgensen has come again. Not got there again. And he's got away with it again.
Oh my goodness me.
There has to be some learning from this, Scott. Otherwise it's not a useful process.
Well, it was a good one for Chelsea yesterday at the EFL Cup against Lincoln City. They won the game by 2 goals to 1. On that winning note, I welcome you to the midweek edition of Sport Today on 103.5 FM, broadcasting live from Bodija, here in the brand new city of Ibadan. On this show, we serve you the latest, the biggest, and of course, the most interesting parts are coming from the world of sports. Just yesterday, the Super Connect, they are currently in the beautiful city of Ibadan. They had their first training session at the Lake and Salami Stadium at Damasiba. We'll talk about that on the show, and of course later today is going to be a big one for the Golden Eagles of Nigeria, because they will start their campaign right there at the Waffle B. And just yesterday it was a wrap for the Flying Eagles of Nigeria after securing a victory in their last friendly games before the World Cup, the Under-20 World Cup. We'll look into the FA Cup, the Europa Cup that will be going down later today. So many more interesting stories. My name is Ayomikun. You can simply call me Purity. I'm not alone in the show. I got Samuel Akintunde. I need to drag him to the studio this afternoon. Come on, Samuel, what's up?
Yeah, of course. I'm very, very happy to be here. I was not around yesterday.
Well, you will tell us where you went to yesterday, but then
not only yesterday, on Monday I was not around as well. So it feels good to be back in the studio.
Definitely.
And what a time to be back to talk sports. Of course, we have so many interesting stories. Quite a number of interesting stories coming from the world of sport, from football, like you said. The Falconets are in town. They are in the beautiful city of Ibadan, getting ready for that crucial game against Rwanda on Saturday. And of course, they had the feel of the stadium yesterday because they had their first training session yesterday. I think the training session continues later today. So it was a very good one. We've been seeing videos. We've been seeing the build up. The city of Ibadan is going to.
It's going to be a busy week from now to the weekend.
Honestly, it's on Monday. It has been very, very busy because we know what is in town, the coronation of the 44th Olubadan of Ibadan land. So the city is energized. The feeling is true.
Accommodating people
lively.
From the north, the eastern part of the country.
Many dignitaries from all walks of life will be in Ibadan. And when I say from all walks of lives, I'm talking about across all sectors, even in the footballing sector. And don't forget, the NFF will also hold its 81st annual General Assembly on Saturday in Ibadan, and that Congress will be, the executive governor of Oyo State will also be present in that Congress. So I mean, we are very, very happy, to be alive, and of course to witness this moment. It's going to be very, very interesting. It's been a very busy week, and it's going to be an exciting one at that. For our own segment, which is of course the sports, we need to talk about what is happening. The just like you said, the Flying Eagles also wrapped up their their preparation games ahead of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Chile. They won against Australia yesterday, 3-1. It was a fantastic performance from the Under-20 boys. The Golden Eagles as well, they will also be in action later today. And of course, the Falconers will continue their preparation for that crucial game against Rwanda tomorrow. On Saturday. For Chelsea, talking about the European football.
The world champion yesterday.
The world champion almost fell yesterday. Of course, Lincoln City almost gave us one of the biggest upsets, because if they had won that game, it could have been the biggest upset so far, in the Carabao Cup. They've not won against Chelsea since 1907. That was the last time they won against Chelsea. I'm talking about Lincoln City. So imagine they had won that game. Could have been a very, very big statement from Lincoln City. They gave a very good fight, but Chelsea's quality, reigned at the end. Of course, it wasn't the best of performance from Chelsea, but at least the positive and the only positive to take away from that game is the fact that they won the game, despite the fact that it was very, very difficult for them. They had to fight back, but at least they won and they've progressed to the next round. Also, we saw Brighton and Hove Albion trashing, Barnsley by 6 goals to 0. And there's a certain man who, of course, scored 4 goals in that game. And it was a very, very interesting performance. Also, Aruko Dari was on target.
That was a very
goals.
Good account from scoring his first English football goal.
Honestly, it was very, very. I saw the goal. It was a very beautiful goal, well-taken goal, world-class goal. The way he was composed. He got the pass and he was so composed. To chip in that ball at the back of the net. It was very good. Game for Wolverhampton Wanderers as well, because they've been very struggling. They've been struggling this season in the English Premier League. Also, Liverpool, Alexander Isak, finally, off the mark for Liverpool, scoring his first goal, but that was overshadowed by Ekitike red card. He scored the winner, and he was sent off because of that, celebration. He took off his jersey. That was unnecessary. That was needless.
I think he was just carried away with that goal.
He said he was carried away by the emotion, but the coach also blasted him. He criticized him that was stupid.
Because they have a very big game this weekend against Crystal Palace.
It's not going to be available against Crystal Palace. So why did you have to do that? It's not as if you scored, with the last kick of the game. It's not as if you scored in the World Cup final, in the Champions League final. They scored in the Carabao Cup 4th round against Southampton, and then you took off your jersey when you've been yellow carded. That was totally unnecessary.
We should just undernd the kid.
It happens, but then as a professional player,
it was not necessary.
It wasn't necessary, and you need to know how to manage your emotions.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a very interesting ride on the show this afternoon. Later today, action will resume because City will be in action later today, and of course, Newcastle United will be in action. Tottenham against Doncaster. Arsenal also will be in action later. So it's going to be a very busy evening, even at the Europa League also.
Even on the continent,
going down.
Honestly, and you know that it's always very, very interesting when you have so many games across different centers.
You have options.
Domestic league,
for the
and
white
then you have
boys.
continental league.
You have options.
Option choke. For Arsenal, another injury blow because Noni Madueke will be out for like 2 months. So quite unfortunate for them. When Bukayo Saka was just returning from injury, another player is going to be out. It's going to be. They have options. They have options, but this is affecting their depth. One of the things that we were saying that will make Arsenal very promising this is the fact that they have a very quality depth. And now that they've been ravaged by injuries, it's going to affect them. Martin Odegaard is still out. Kai Havertz is still out.
Now we have
Madueke was started very promising. He's still out. So it's not a good one for them. And they have so many.
They've been having injury every match day.
That's what I'm saying. That
in their first game also, it was.
It's concerning.
It was Kai Havertz.
It's concerning. concerning that they're having so many injured players now, so many players out injured. This is just after game 5 of the season, and then quite a number of players out already injured. So it is what it is, but they are good to go. They still have very quality players in their camp.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's start the show this afternoon. And of course, we'll be traveling to London to inform you that we have a high-level Nigerian delegation. They have arrived in London ahead of the final presentation of the country bid to host the 2030 Commonwealth Game. Of course, it's getting more interesting because we have the likes of Sheo Diko, Bukola Olokpade leading the team to London. They are bidding off all the 2030
Commonwealth Games. Of course, it will be very, very historic if they bid.
That will be the first time we'll have a Commonwealth game
on an African soil. So it will be very, very historic. And of course, we saw the Commonwealth, bidding committee. They came to Nigeria. I think it was last week when they actually came for the assessment, and they met with key stakeholders. Even the chief of staff to the president, Bajabiamila, was the one that received the delegation,
and the former minister of sport also.
So it's good that Nigeria is showing intent that they want to be the first African country to host Commonwealth Games come 2030. It's not so big because we are not the only country bidding for these games, because India are also pushing very hard to win it, and don't forget Nigeria bid. I think Nigeria bidded in 2014. It was unsuccessful. South Africa also.
I think we lost to India.
Yeah, India, and then South Africa also have tried to host it. It was unsuccessful as well. So this is going to be very historic if it's successful, and we cannot wait to see the final results from the Commonwealth bid committee. So we want to know what is going to happen, but it is good that we are showing intent, we are showing readiness that we can host the rest of the Commonwealth nations. I think it's 54 nations participating. So it's going to be very, very interesting, and it's going to be historic. It's going to be a clear message of intent that Nigeria has all it takes to host major international sporting tournaments like Commonwealth. So we know what Commonwealth is all about. It's a very, very big sporting activities among different nations of Commonwealth. So let's just wait and see the final outcome of that. But it is good that they have traveled to to get the final message if the bid is going to be successful. If it's going to be successsul, there is a lot to be done. We need to improve and upgrade.
A lot is going to be done.
Because we do not have facilities.
Apart from the infrastructure, what about the security also?
Yeah.
We have to look into all these areas.
So many areas, so many great areas to be addressed. But the first one has to be the infrastructure. Because if you want to host,
where are we looking at? Are we looking at Abuja? Are we looking at Akwa Ibom? Are we looking at Lagos? Maybe Ibadan.
I think Abuja being the capital of the country.
What about we trying Ibadan?
I don't know. You cannot say that. But I think if we are looking at the capital, it's just for us. We have a national stadium there. We have complex there. So it's just for us to upgrade it to world-class standard, and to also ensure that the security. And then when you are talking about security, you need to look, and that's why I'm saying that the capital, because of course the capital is expected to be safe,
secured.
It's expected to be more secured city. So it's good, but a lot still have to be done. It's just 2030. We have so many years to come, so there will be enough time to prepare for this. But I think this is very, very promising that we are showing intent to host international tournaments. Okay,
good one, ladies and gentlemen. You are still on to sport today, the biggest in Southwest Nigeria. How about now? We're going on a short commercial break. After this break, guys, we go straight to football, both from the foreign and from the local scene. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
On 103.5 FM.
Imagine having the freedom to work, play, and connect without interruptions. That is what fast internet means to us. At Highword Networks, we are passionate about delivering super fast, unlimited internet that is 6 times faster than the competition. Whether you're working from home, running a business, or streaming your favorite shows, we've got you covered. A reliable internet and 24/7 customer support. Ensure you stay connected always. So what are you waiting for? Join the iWorld Networks family today and discover a seamless internet experience. Call Jeffrey on 081 3058 9466 or visit our website www.iwn.ng to get started. iWorld Networks, connecting possibilities.
Sam, báwo ni trip yẹn?
Ọ̀rẹ́ mi ò mọ enjoy trip yẹn.
Kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀?
Reservation tán bá mi ṣe, in fact kò tẹ́ mi lọ́rùn.
Kódà delay wà lórí ticketing tán bá mi ṣe. Ṣé bí mo sọ fún ẹ wípé fún ticketing àti reservation tí ò ní fún ẹ ní problem, you fit fly ni kò filẹ̀ fún.
Next trip mi fly ló máa bá mi handle ẹ̀.
You fit fly. Ìrìn àjò lọ síbikíbi lágbàáyé wẹ̀lẹ̀mú ló jẹ́ nípasẹ̀ iléeṣẹ́ You Fit Fly. La fi sọ pé tẹ́ ẹ bá ṣe tán láti tẹkọ̀ létí lọ sẹ́yìíkéyìí orílẹ̀-èdè ní Europe, America, South America, Asia, Australia àbí èyíkéyìí ibi tó bá wù yín lórílẹ̀-èdè Africa. You Fit Fly ní ẹ bá dòwò pọ̀. Àmójúlẹ̀jà flight reservation, hotel reservation, educational consulting, visa processing. That is why you're enjoined to talk to us at You Fit Fly for seamless flight reservations. Visit us today at Success House, 7 Up Road, Oluyole Estate, Ring Road, Ibadan, or call 0901 111 1190. Website youfitfly.com. At You Fit Fly, your travel logistics will be sorted out seamlessly.
Ibadan, yeah, Ibadan.
Aráyé ẹ bá wa dámúso nílẹ̀ Ìbàdàn nítorí pé Èdùmàrè ti fún wa lọ́ba tuntun. Ọba Sẹ́nẹ́tọ̀ Rashidi Adéwọ̀lú Ládọjà ti gbádé wọlé gẹ́gẹ́ bí Olúbàdàn 44. Kájí ọpẹ́ lórí kí bàtà ọpẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ kẹ́sì ọba ó jẹ́ kó pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́. Ọba Sẹ́nẹ́tọ̀ Adéwọ̀lú Àkànmú Ládọjà lásìkò ti yín eku ọmọ kébí eku ẹyẹ òkè bí ẹyẹ ọmọnìyàn ó sì fọ̀n bí ọmọnìyàn. Ìkànnì yìí ọ̀nà 103.5 FM ló ń kí Olúbàdàn tilẹ̀ Ìbàdàn. Gbogbo ọmọ bíbí ìlú Ìbàdàn, ìgbìmọ̀ Olúbàdàn, gbogbo mọ́gàjí tó ń ti baálẹ̀ wípé a kú oríire o láti wá fi ìkíni tí yín náà ránṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú owó tásọ́rẹ́. Ẹ kàn sí wa lọ́fíìsì wa tàbí kẹ́ ẹ máa pe 08077774880. Ilẹ̀ Ìbàdàn yóò gbé gbogbo wa o.
Ẹ bá fi Ìbàdàn ṣeré o, mi ò ní fi Ìbàdàn ṣeré o, ẹ̀dá tó fi Ìbàdàn ṣeré yìí ẹ̀ wáyọ̀.
3.5 FM.
All right, just like what Samuel said, it's going to be a very busy weekend in the Brown Rose City.
Just like you
Of course, we are counting down to the biggest showdown.
It's a royal week. It's a royal week in the history of Ibadan, and this is different because it's as if we've not even had king before.
The president will be coming to the city as well.
So it's going to be very, very historic. This is going to be very, very different.
Also, we are counting down to Walk with Honor Season 3.
That was October 4th, next week, Saturday. So from now to Saturday to next week, it's going to be busy, festive period.
Okay.
It's upon us.
So guys, I don't miss out of all this interesting lineup that we'll have for you, both off the pitch and of course on the pitch outside.
On the pitch and off the pitch.
Okay.
In the city.
Let's go back to business, and of course let's talk about talking about Austin also, because Kwara United to Osaka Kotoko right there in the city of Abeokuta on Sunday for their second leg of the Confederation Cup preliminary round. The second leg will be going down in Abeokuta as well. So,
yeah, of course, we've said it before. They just made it official yesterday. But we knew it that they were going to play their home game against Asante Kotoko at the MK Abiola Stadium in Abeokuta because of the fact that the Lorraine Township Stadium is not CAF approved to host CAF game or CAF competition. So it's more or less like a disadvantage on their part because they will not be playing in front of their home fans. But I think they can mobilize fans because
this crowd I'm seeing now with the support of their governor.
He even traveled to Ghana. He saw the game live, and that's
definitely it will be in Abeokuta.
That's high level of morale boosting. Honestly, it's a
maybe that was why they scored 3 goals away from home.
The governor traveling all the way from Kwara to Ghana to watch the state government-owned club play. That is very, very incredible, and it shows his commitment to the development of that team. That is very passionate about that team. It's good. I'm very, very excited for the fact that they even scored 3 goals away from home. So they just need an outright win against Asante Kotoko. Just win. Any score, any goal match. I don't even care about the score line. They just need an outright win. A win for them against Kotoko, we give them an edge because they scored 3 goals
away from home. Okay,
so
good
if
one.
They win, I mean, they are going to be through.
All right, away from Kuala this afternoon, let's talk about the Golden Eagles of Nigeria because they will begin their campaign at the ongoing 2025 WAFU B Under-17 Championship against Benin Republic today. And of course, in the Group B encounter is going to be a very interesting one, so to say, because Benin Republic lost their first game against Burkina Faso in their opening game on Sunday. So it's a must-win for Benin Republic. Of course, it's a must-win for the Golden Eagles of Nigeria also to start their campaign.
Yeah, of course, I expect Golden Eagles to start on the winning notes. Their build-up to this tournament has been nothing short of excellence because I think they played 13 games, they won 10, they lost just 2. Maybe they lost one. They scored 25 goals, considered just 5 goals. That's incredible, and I think it shows their quality. We might not know some of the players in that camp because there is an age group,
very young squad, 15, 16 years old guys.
So they are very young and they seems to be very, very good as well. And just like I said, playing 10 games, winning 10, just lost just 1 and they draw 2. It's also it's a promising one, but they need to translate that momentum to the re-tournament. This is like a qualifier for the AFCON next year, under 17 African Cup of Nations, and they missed out on the last edition, so they cannot afford to miss out on another edition of AFCON. So I expect them to get everything right starting from today. They are playing their first game today against
Benin Republic,
who also need a reaction. They need
because they lost their first game against Burkina Faso.
They need a reaction today, but of course I think the Golden Eagles they will be too good to start their campaign on a promising note. I expect them to win today.
Okay, it was a wrap for the Flying Eagles yesterday against Australia in their last build-up to the FIFA Under-20 Men's World Cup that will be going down in Chile. Their first game ended in a 1-1 draw, and of course, just yesterday against Australia, they won. Beautiful one. Yeah, 3 goes to 1.
It's even the score line that I was very, very excited about because they did not just win, they won convincingly. So that alone underscores the fact that they are having a very, very good good mood ahead of that tournament. It's a preparatory game, but when you win in a preparatory game, you are building up momentum for the tournament proper. So I think it is good one for them. 3 goals to 1 against Australia, a very strong side as well. They played a 1-1 draw before against the host nation, Chile. So it's good that they played against quality opponents ahead of that tournament. And winning will definitely boost their confidence and give them that confidence that they can rub shoulder with the big boys in that tournament. They are not pushover. We've had a very, very impressive record in this tournament, although we've not won it before, but we've been runner-ups on 2 different occasions. So, and this is another opportunity to also rewrite history and change the narrative that we can go for the trophy. So if they can draw inspiration from the fact that they won their game against Australia.
Yeah.
They drew against Chile ahead of the tournament proper, and they have so many experienced players there. The captain of the side, Daniel Bamai, they have Daniel Daga. I mean, they have quality players.
Charles Agada
as well. He was on target yesterday.
He scored yesterday.
They have this Paribo Ariri, quality players, in their camp. They just have to to keep their heads up high and then be focused and determined that they can go all the way.
Okay.
Lee Zuberi has also been very, very proactive with the preparations and with what he has also said. He knows that there's a lot at stake. It's a huge responsibility on his shoulder and he must deliver. He said, qualifying from that group that they found themselves, I think Group F or something.
Group D.
Yeah, Group D.
Group F,
yes.
Which we have Norway, Saudi Arabia, and Colombia.
So I think Colombia will be
maybe the biggest guys on paper.
We don't know where they are parading. We don't know the.
But Norway and Saudi Arabia, we never can tell what they are bringing to the table.
Saying. On paper, one would say Colombia will be the
because they are a footballing nation.
Team because of their record as a footballing nation. But in this kind of tournament, age group tournament, any team can actually do well. It's all about the group of players that you are parading that they are using to prosecute this tournament. So I just hope that the Flying Eagles will be off and up and running in that tournament.
Okay, lastly on the show this afternoon, let's take stories from the Europa League. The games will be going down later today. We got quite a number of interesting ones. Real Betis will play against Nottingham Forest. Braga also will be in action today. Celtic will be in action. Barcelona will be in action. Malmo. And of course, AC Milan, AS Roma will be playing against OG Nice. So it's going to be a very busy evening. Of course, yesterday we saw Real Madrid winning. And of course, Kylian Mbappe scoring 2 goals for Real Madrid yesterday.
He's unstoppable as we speak. He's currently, like I said, I've been saying that he might not be the Ballon d'Or winner yet, but he's currently the best player this season.
And of course, he's beating up for next season as well.
Honestly, he's scoring every week in, week out, scoring for Real Madrid. 6 wins in 6 games for Xabi Alonso's Real Madrid. That's 18 points out of possible 18. Up next for them is their game, the Madrid derby against Atletico de Madrid this weekend. And of course, he's even on the course of actually, setting a record, or let me say equaling the record set by Vanderla Luxembourg, who of course won 7 straight wins for Real Madrid at the start of 2005 season. So if Xabi Alonso win again against Real Madrid this weekend, it will equal that record. For Kylian Mbappe, what a man he is, scoring every single game for Real Madrid. Every week he's scoring for them, and of course no one can stop him. He even did a Panenka yesterday.
Yeah, I mean that penalty.
Vinicius Jr. also scored, and there is certain 18-year-old Franco Mastantuono, who of course scored his first goal in Real Madrid scorer yesterday to become the 4th youngest scorer in La Liga history for Real Madrid. So good one, record-breaking night for Real Madrid, and a good one for Kylian Mbappe, taking his league tally to 7 goals in 6 games.
Okay, good one for Real Madrid. Time to say our BYE on the show. As well, we'll be back again tomorrow for the Thursday edition, the Super Thursday edition of Sport Today on 103.5 FM. Until then, my name is Ayomikun Adeniz.
And I'm Samuel Akintunde. You can call me the City Boy. It's a week of celebration in the city of Ibadan.
Okay.
Celebrate responsibly.
Well, I'm a chief as well. I'm a titled man when it comes to the city of Ibadan. Okay, until we come your way again, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Out of trouble. We are out of the state.